Hello, hello, hello. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Happy, what is it? Wednesday, hump day, hump day, hump day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you listen to this. Good day to all the Flow Club. We are coming in slowly but surely. Y'all, it is getting crazy in the news cycle. The Jay-Z and Diddy situation, especially for Jay-Z, has just turned up like a motherfucker. I don't know how else to say it. It's getting crazy. We got another lawsuit with Diddy. We also have some big news, crazy news with Jay-Z, and it's getting wild. And we are getting to the point where in a minute, we're gonna get to a point where ain't no turning back. It's gonna be forever changed. This industry is about to change overnight. So it's the lawsuit with Diddy is two women, filed by Tony Busby, and Jay-Z is getting kind of wild. It's getting kind of wild. We're gonna get into it. Jay-Z got some about to hit the fan crazy with Jay-Z, and I'm gonna lay out kind of what I kind of saw the writing on the wall. And if you listen, we're gonna go back to talk about a couple of my other episodes where I talked about Jay-Z's demeanor at the Grammys was a little alarming. And when I said that, I was just talking. I didn't know if it was just because of everything going on or if it was something specific. And then yesterday, I found out, courtesy of my girl Tisa Tells, who has been spot on with a lot of this Diddy stuff and Jay-Z. And not only her, but I heard some other people say it, but she's one of the most trustworthy people. She's on YouTube, but she said that she has news that something big is about to drop on Jay-Z this week. And so that was after I already said he was looking kind of crazy at the Grammy Awards. So we're going to get into that and a little more. If I got time, I'll give some updates on Irv Gotti, the Murder Inc. Founder, who is, I don't know if he not alive, if he just a vegetable right now, but I do know allhiphop.com said he had a stroke. And he's had a couple of strokes and bleeding on the brain or whatever. So we'll get into that too. So yeah, we got a real one for you today. Hope you ready. Hope you got you a glass or something, because today is crazy. Shout out to Felix in the building, Shauna, Jennifer, Tina. Everybody say hi to Tina. We getting in here. Wow, y'all. So couple announcements before I get going. I got TMZ tomorrow. So check me out on TMZ tomorrow if you have time. Also, I want to remind you, if anybody looking to get into podcasting or want to grow their social media or trying to get into the content creating business, I do mentor people. I've mentored quite a few people, male and female, and they're doing their thing right now. Definitely want to thank all the subs who have been subscribing to the exclusive content. Brunch with Flo is in the exclusive content. People starting to really like that segment. It's like a lunchtime show I do where I just talk about whatever, no real rhyme or reasons, news stories, celebrity stuff, sports, whatever we want to talk about. That's what we talk about. Also, if you have an issue with your subscription, please email support@buzzsprout.com. I can't reply to the fan mail, so people continue to put messages in there saying they need help, and I can't reply. So I try to make sure I do an announcement every day at the beginning of the show. Email support@buzzsprout.com if you have any issues accessing any of the content. They will take care of you, no problem. They are a blast to work with. You won't have any complaints. Also, for my Apple and Spotify people, I always try to get it to you guys before 9. With the last few times, I apologize. It's been late, but it's not been my fault. I finish at 8:30 and I upload it. But sometimes I'm sorry, I finish at 8:30 and I upload it. And lately the system, I guess they're working on it. It's been taking forever to upload. So hopefully today it don't happen. But just to let y'all know, I always get the audio app on Spotify out before 9. I figure people go to work at 9. So I try to get it to you before 9. And just haven't been able to do it the last couple of days because of those issues. Now, let's get into the Mohawkster. Mohawk. Motherfucking Diddy. So before we get into the Jay-Z news, let's attack this recent lawsuit by Diddy. Lawsuit to Diddy from two women. This comes courtesy of TMZ. Two women claim they were raped at Trump New York City hotel. They making sure Diddy is cooked, ain't they? And then now let me give you some background of what I've noticed. If you notice, it was like a pause on some of these, a pause on these lawsuits for a little period. We had a little gap because it was like they were hitting, then it was a gap. And with the word around the YouTube, all the different podcasts I follow, the word around town is that the feds were wrapping up for that superseding indictment, and a lot of these new lawsuits or new people like speaking out, it's believed that they were, some of them were witnesses or a part of the story or a part of the case, I should say, and that the feds wanted them to, keep quiet for a second as they wrapped up the investigation for that superseding indictment they just dropped. And then once they dropped the superseding indictment and gave them the all clear, boom, we get an avalanche of more lawsuits. So I take from that these lawsuits, really pay attention to these lawsuits, because these recent ones, because even if these people aren't victims in the actual real case, a lot of these people may be and are more than likely witnesses that will be called. Because it's not a coincidence that Busby was firing these things off back to back to back to back. And then right when we start hearing about that superseding indictment, it kind of went quiet. And then if you notice, we back to dropping them again after the superseding indictment came. So it's heating up and we need to pay attention. So let's get into this. So what they're saying on this TMZ article, a former bottle service attendant has filed. And she says this situation went down in Trump Hotel. Now, the woman has filed this suit anonymously. And what she is saying is in the 1990s, she attended an event hosted by Diddy at Limelight nightclub in New York. She says the club had 5 floors and the top 2 were reserved for sex parties. So you already know this about to get freaky. Okay, so she goes on to say nothing happened at Limelight, but she and her friend went to Trump Hotel afterwards. She claimed she never wanted to go, but Combs made it clear that they didn't have any choice. So she's insinuating that they were forced to Trump Hotel. Now, Let's continue. The woman says she and her friend were taken to a penthouse suite along with Combs and several other men. She also claims that they were held hostage in the room, drugged, and forced to participate in group sexual activities. Now, among other things, she says Combs directed a club promoter to grape her while he watched. Now, this is the same pattern. This is the stuff we've been hearing. He likes to watch, drugs being implemented, drinks slip. This is all alleged, but at the same time, all of this alleged stuff has been pretty much falling in line, and it's been a pattern. So it's hard to ignore a pattern. I don't know. Everybody saying the same thing kind of could be weird, kind of make you look guilty, Diddy. But I'm gonna continue. So after he watched, now that's that lawsuit. That's the one woman. Now we have the second lawsuit, which was also filed anonymously. And then it appears that this is the friend of the woman who filed the lawsuit I just spoke about. And she was with the friend at the Limelight Place or whatever. She also claims that while in the penthouse, she was drugged. And one of Diddy's security guard raped her as Diddy's watched as well. She also mentions the situation with the group sex. And as I told you, both of these lawsuits were filed by Tony Busby, who has filed numerous of Diddy's cases. And what we know, let me tell you what we know so far. The first woman also says she went to a party in 1997 with Diddy at the Hamptons. Now, the Hamptons is the same house that's in question in another situation with him and Jay-Z. Now, what she said was somebody told her she could earn $2,000 as a bottle service, a girl. And then she says that night she was drugged and raped by Combs, and says that Combs was fully naked and at one point witnessing another man sodomizing Combs. Before I go on and we talk about this is crazy. Let me just tell you what Mr. Combs' legal team said. This is courtesy of TMZ. They said, as we've said before, Mr. Combs cannot respond to every new publicity stunt, even in response to claims that are ridiculous and demonstrably false. They continue to say Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone. We shall see. So let's talk about this. Now, I'm not sure if either of these women, no, I don't think so, because they're saying this happened in the 90s. So these women probably aren't in that new superseding indictment, I would think. But nevertheless, when you have situations like this, and I mean, these people it's like nothing's regular. It's always like super duper freaky, super duper drugs, and people being forced. And what I'm starting to realize is it's kind of like when somebody like Diddy, and you are power and control, and you got money, and obviously got some type of sexual addiction, freaky, crazy shit going on. A lot of times you get away with blurring those lines. And when those lines get blurred and you're doing too much, it's no big deal until it is a big deal. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that, you know, you might use your money and power to manipulate. And when you got the money, you ain't got nothing but a bunch of yes men around you. So you ain't got nobody telling you nothing different. So you kind of get away with kind of egging people on, and then you got your drugs in you and you already got a problem. It's really almost common sense that some illegal shit gonna happen. I mean, when people drugged up, people in the middle of a sexual rage and you on drugs, you are not thinking, you're not thinking correctly at that time. And so when you lived your life like that and then shit hits the fan, now everybody's feeling empowered to come forward. Now all your stuff gets displayed, and now you didn't realize how much of a maniac you were or how much of a maniac he was until now it all comes out. And now it's like, well, what are all these people? Well, you've been putting yourself in these kind of environments damn near every day of your life as you've been famous. You've been running around with different women, whatever, male, this, that. You got unlimited money, so you got unlimited drugs, unlimited means, no accountability. And that's what you get. So we'll see what comes out of that one, but who knows? And also, we got some more details on the one yesterday about we talked about the male singer. It was a couple of details that I got that I wanted to pass on to you that I didn't have yesterday. I mean, they're small details, but it wasn't much details when I had the story yesterday because it had just broke. And so I felt like if more came out, I would double back on you. Now this, and then right after this, we're going to get to Jay-Z. Now this was just yesterday, Diddy was slapped with another lawsuit by a male singer. So, hey, good morning, Libby Bear. So on this male singer, this is in 2015, and it's happening also in New York. Now, the lawsuit states that Sean Combs, please like the live, and share the live, crew. The fact that he has a white party every year in the Hamptons but don't have a house is hilarious. Exactly, and they actually prove that he does have that house. And I'm gonna get into that boat, right? And so let's get back to this. So the guy was 23 years old, and what happened was he claimed someone handed him a drink, and the same thing happened to him. Now he was invited to a VIP area, and like I said, I didn't know he was only 23 at the time, so he was young. And he was chasing his dream. He got a drink, and the next thing was over. Now, I didn't know if this was a grown person or underage or whatever, but he was 23 years old, y'all. And so another lawsuit. Now, he might be a witness in the upcoming case. But let's get to this fucking Jay-Z shit, y'all. Because this Jay-Z shit has come 180. Remember how when it first broke and Jay-Z stood on all 10, and we're gonna get to that house. Nadreema. Yeah, let me put that up there. Good day, Nadreema. Everybody say hello to Nadreema. Y'all know we a family here. This is the breakfast. This is our breakfast club, the Flow Club. We drinking Floppuccinos, and we speak to everybody. We all a family. So everybody give her a warm welcome. Give them a warm welcome. I'm sorry, I can't see exactly the profile pic. I just see the name. So let me continue. So y'all remember when Jay-Z was standing on 10 toes and talking about Tony Busby is an ambulance chaser and in a cheap suit, and he said he gonna fight it. He won't get one red penny. He gonna fight it. He don't have no evidence, blah, blah, blah. You remember that, right? And everybody was like, damn, look at Jay-Z. And Jay-Z started going hard. And then no matter, even with Tony Busby coming back, Jay-Z would double down. Let me see. I took some of the I screenshotted some of the highlights. So we had articles like Jay-Z, according to TMZ, Jay-Z blasts Tony Busby for not even meeting with the client before signing on to the case. Jay-Z requests to file for dismissal of rape accusers lawsuit granted by judge. Jay-Z files new motion to dismiss. Jay-Z files motions to have sanctions on Tony Busby for not being thorough. Danielle, what's up? They got the leaves. Nice to see you in here. So check this out. You hear all that, right? Well, guess what the hell just happened? Now, there's a lot to this. So we're gonna walk through this. Grab my hand and just hold my hand. We're gonna walk through this whole Jay-Z Tony Busby thing because shit is about to hit the fan. And I want to get y'all prepared on what the hell is going on and lay out everything that had happened so you can see. Like I told you, one thing about me, I'm good at reading tea leaves. I don't even know. Like, I knew something was up with Jay-Z's demeanor at the Grammys. I mean, I saw it. And then there was an article about it after that. They were saying Jay-Z looked tentative at the Grammys. This was after I said it. So I swear, a lot of these media outlets, they follow me. I swear they do. Because the minute I say something, then they'll say something. And nobody else was talking about Jay-Z's demeanor. But I just noticed because I know Jay-Z, like I said, the hard part for me is I've been a fan of these people, like super fans, like as a child, grew up. I know every Jay-Z lyric known to man. So I also know, his demeanor. And so at the Grammys, I know that looked like a Jay that was thinking about something. He wasn't really there. He was there, but not there. So let's get back to this. So after Jay-Z raised all that hell, February 4th, 2025, just yesterday, like late. This is from Jay-Z's attorney, written to Judge Torres about this 13-year-old rape victim where Jay-Z and Diddy supposed to have been in there. And we're going to break down. Don't let me forget to bring it back to the Hamptons boat, right? Because this has something to do with this. So check this out. This is an official letter to the court. We write on behalf of the defendant, Sean Carter, to respectfully request that Mr. Carter's motion for sanctions pursuant to federal rule of civil procedure be withdrawn at this time without prejudice. We have discussed this matter with counsel for plaintiff who consents to this submission and agrees the withdrawal is without prejudice. Respectfully submitted, Quinn Emanuel. This is on Jay-Z's behalf. Now, do y'all understand how crazy this is? Basically, long story short, I'm going to cut to the chase on what this means. Jay-Z's lawyer just filed a motion to dismiss sanctions that they made against Tony Busby, saying that he didn't do this, he didn't do that, they didn't have evidence, blah, blah, blah. But now Jay-Z is withdrawing it. And the only reason he will be withdrawing it is what? Because Tony Busby has evidence. There's no way Jay-Z would be respectfully withdrawing it after all that hell he raised, unless it's some shit in it. It's some truth to it, or it's some evidence, or it's something. It might be evidence of it's got to be some evidence there, y'all. But this is a bombshell. Like the live, share the live. Now, why is Jay-Z so quiet? See, that's the problem. And I told y'all this back when Jay-Z was doing it. Because see, the problem with being loud and aggressive when you get accused is you got to keep that same energy. Because the minute you don't keep that same energy, now you look guilty, even more guilty. So how's you gonna raise hell, call Tony Busby a man in a cheap suit? How you gonna say he an ambulance chaser? No evidence, didn't interview. You ain't giving a red penny. Y'all remember all that shit Jay-Z was talking? What caused him to go from that to the quiet little Jay-Z who gonna drop a little, he gonna drop a little, pull back the sanctions and under the radar, I ain't gonna say what the hell happened? Jay-Z hasn't said a word, but you withdrawing respectfully? I didn't see no respect before. So now let's go back to the Hamptons. That was one of the biggest things that Jay-Z and his attorney was saying, is that the Hamptons didn't have that house, or that the house didn't exist. The house that the 13-year-old who word through the grapevine is that she is special needs. So she's not, she's not clear on what's going on. So that's why she had some of the facts wrong. I mean, the trauma, special needs, and it was 20 years ago. I ask you all out there, if somebody asked you 20 years ago to give exact details on an event that happened 20 years ago, and I'm talking about not just the event, you need to know everything that surrounded it, who was there, what time you did this. I'm just being honest, y'all. I couldn't do it 20 years ago. So what I'm saying is, for her to have a couple of things wrong, a couple of details wrong is understandable. But Jay-Z stood 20,000 toes on it. And so what you have is, what looks like is, this billionaire, powerful man, Jay-Z, has just bashed this special needs person for not knowing every single detail to the T, when most people in the world know that you're not going to know every detail from 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago. It's almost 25 years ago. So he looking bad. And then the biggest thing that they thought they had, was that the house didn't exist. And damn it, did Busby locate that motherfucking house. Excuse my language, but this is no filter. And then, so let's backtrack this week, y'all. Look how this went. Now the Grammys happened. I came on immediately. What was the Grammy? Sunday? Yeah, I came on Monday morning. I said, Jay-Z was looking a little. I said, Jay-Z wasn't the same Jay-Z last Grammys when he's up there standing and talking shit on everybody and dogging everybody. Remember, y'all remember I was saying that. Now this was Monday morning. Nobody was really talking about Jay-Z's demeanor yet. Then next thing I know, Tuesday morning, there's an article talking about Jay-Z looked tentative at the Grammys, and they were wondering what's wrong. Now, this article didn't say nothing about the accusation. They were just speaking purely on Jay-Z, saying Jay-Z looks something up, right? Then Tuesday night, I had already put the show together for the day. So the news that we talking about with this Jay-Z shit came after I had already put today's show together. That's how late this news came in. So then Tisa Tells goes on her YouTube show, and definitely support Tisa Tells. She's a Black woman doing this, and I would say she one of the top, if not the top, in this space right now to me on YouTube. Make sure you check her out. But she says, and she was on the Fall of Diddy documentary, so she got a little insight. She was just on the new Fall of Diddy. She drops the bomb saying her sources say there is something that's going to rock Jay-Z and Rock Nation coming up within 48 hours, which is basically this week. Who knows it's going to be exactly 40 hours, but this week. Now, listen, this was before this withdrawal that I just read to you came. So she says that. Then next thing we know, we got Jay-Z being super respectful. He being super respectful and quiet and meek and ain't saying nothing. I say all that to say, y'all, brace yourself. Because I don't got to tell y'all that it's very, very strange that Jay-Z, oh yeah, Shauna says she followed. It's very, very strange. Good. That's good, Shauna. You know who to follow. It's very, very strange that Jay-Z went from Debo on Friday or whatever famous bully you can think of to respectfully withdrawing all this shit I was talking. And doing it so quiet when you were so loud before. Come on, y'all. Something about to hit, and Jay-Z ass know it. And he knew it at the damn Grammys. That's why he was, I'm telling y'all, we all know. You know when somebody ain't present in the moment. If you're paying attention to them, you know if somebody is in the moment and they having a good time, and then you know somebody who's like there, but they kind of their mind is like way the hell over there somewhere. And that's what Jay-Z was on. And so I don't know exactly what's about to hit the fan, but it's definitely something about to hit the fan. And the reasons why. Number one reason, Jay-Z done pulled his stuff back. Number two reason, it was he said respectfully about 50 times in that letter, they trying to kiss Tony Busby's ass at this point. And also, the house of the Hamptons was located. And the fact that Jay-Z hasn't said anything. And he was talking about how hard he gonna fight and he looking forward to this and that. And then to drop this sanction thing and then just kind of like not say shit. Jay-Z. So y'all, like I said, this Jay-Z Tony Busby situation and Diddy is all tied up in one. I don't know what the hell evidence they came across. I don't know what Tony Busby sent Jay-Z and them, what evidence he sent, but it's for real. And it ain't no game, and it ain't nothing to play with. So we're going to continue to keep our eye on the what the hell going on with Jay-Z and Tony Busby, because I didn't even see that coming. I knew Jay-Z, was the type of person that he gonna go hard, and I figured he would keep going hard. I didn't see him bowing. This is gracefully bowing out of going hard. I saw this when it came through. I thought it was fake. I had to double, triple, quadruple check it, because I'm like, ain't no way that Jay-Z has just quietly and respectfully withdrawn something that he stood so 10 toes on, and he ain't speaking on it. So what is it today? Wednesday? Y'all, by the end of this week, we could be hearing some I don't even want to say it. Would you say? Yeah. So also, news that came in yesterday, just real quick. I don't know if you know Irv Gotti. You should. Murder Inc., Ashanti, Ja Rule, all of that. He was. It was rumors yesterday. We thought he was. I mean, at first they were saying he was dead, and then they were saying that he was in a vegetative state. And then they were saying it was just rumors. And so it's like, we didn't know what's going on. But I'm going to read to you what's going on right now, or what's the latest on Irv Gotti. Is he alive? Is he gone? What the heck is going on? So now that they're saying Irv Gotti has suffered another stroke, this is what they're saying. And so he's had a history of these strokes. And you know, I don't care if you like him or not. We don't wish death on anybody. But this is shocking because nobody wants to talk about it. Like, his family is really saying nothing. Nobody is saying anything. As a matter of fact, you know, 50 Cent even still trolling him, which I'm like, damn, I don't know if I can troll somebody. You know, I don't care how much beef we got. I can't troll you when you in a vegetative state or got stroke. But this is what it is. Irv Gotti's health scare. Murder Inc. boss reportedly suffers another stroke amid unverified coma claims. This is via Yard Barker Entertainment News. And it says, hip-hop producer Irv Gotti suffered another stroke. Per allhiphop.com, the status of the 54-year-old mogul, whose health has had serious issues lately, is at this time unknown, but sending fans and industry insiders into a tailspin. All over my damn timeline yesterday, there were people asking, people DM me, is he dead? Can you check on it? It was swirling. But so far, Gotti's reps have offered no official word on his prognosis. So I don't understand. I mean, everybody has their right to privacy. Don't get me wrong. But we might want to pray for him. We might want to, you know, you got fans. You can't leave your fans out of the loop like that once you become a public figure. I mean, you're sure right. It's your right to do that. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times we shut ourselves out when really, if we open up, your fans might help you get through or give you some prayers or words of encouragement or whatever. But I mean, not saying nothing ain't gonna make it no better. And so what I'm hoping is it ain't true, but I'm pretty sure it is true because too many, even all hip hop are reporting it. Talking about he's had many history of health ailments. He's only 54 years old. You know, that's still young, y'all. We got a 54, you still, you know, we still trying to kick it. And so we will continue. Now, in early 2024, Gotti did disclose that he had diabetes and that diabetes had taken a toll on his life. This is courtesy of allhiphop.com. Diabetes is deteriorating my body. That's a quote directly from Irv Gotti. He admitted in a candid interview, adding that he had struggled to adhere to a healthy lifestyle and manage his insulin intake. Gotta watch our health, y'all. Photographs surfaced of him walking with a cane and appearing visibly slimmer. The stroke served as a wake-up call, and since then, Gotti had reportedly made significant life changes, including adopting a more health-conscious diet. Now, despite the adjustments, the music executive, famed for his hits, had been vocal about the challenges of living with diabetes. He spoke openly about the battle with these in interviews with the diabetes, and shed light to the difficulties of managing the condition and hectic lifestyle of the music industry. Now, details about what led to Irv Gotti's recent stroke are not been put out yet, but they say if you want to give him some condolences, go to Irv Gotti's Instagram page and shout him out. The reports are spreading. And like I said, what they were saying is that he is on life support. One person on Twitter said allegedly he had several strokes and bleeding on the brain. And it's also being rumored that the family and friends are saying their final goodbyes, but none of that is confirmed. None of that is confirmed. They're even saying he's on life support. This story is still developing, and I will continue to follow this and let you know as soon as something comes up. But that brings me to think about I got to shout out before I continue. I got to shout out subscriber of the day. I appreciate you. The subscriptions get you all the exclusive content. It also gives you the master audio version of Lunch with Flo, where I talk about everything. It's no certain thing, just whatever's going on, whatever the viral news is. We talking about it. So thank you for anybody that subscribed. But today's subscriber of the day is what is it? Lawrence did a $5. He was the highest subscriber yesterday at $5. The minimum is $3. I have a goal of 60 subscribers this week. We need 21 more to hit the goal. So $3 is the minimum. If you can help me meet the goal, the weekly goal of the subscribers, I would greatly appreciate it. But Lawrence, round of applause for Lawrence. I appreciate you for donating $5. You only had to donate $3, but you donated $5. And I know eggs is $20 right now. Bread is $20 right now. So anybody that can find it in their heart to subscribe to the movement, I appreciate it. And we're gonna continue to rock on. What else do we got going on? We got definitely Diddy tomorrow. We will have an update, and at some point, I know Tony Busby is gonna have to speak. So I'm hoping that Tony Busby will shed some light on the situation. Now today, this is something this is something different. This is just a story that I want y'all to pay attention to. Listen to the headline of this. This is just a story that I want to bring awareness to, and I think y'all should check it out. A 45-year-old Memphis man is arrested for throwing the baby of a 16-year-old girl he allegedly impregnated into the dumpster. The girl reportedly told police that they've been in a relationship for years. And y'all, they have footage of this low down, no good predator, child molesting asshole. They got footage of him dropping the baby. It was like in the fucking dumpster. And you were in I'm gonna come back. Y'all know let me relax a little bit. Y'all know I start going crazy and I can't help it. So this is why it's called No Filter. And this is why, like I told y'all, I like to do these real time with y'all.
Up to a tire shop dumpster, opened the top, and walked up to a tire shop dumpster, opened the top, and threw a bag inside. Later, police found a newborn baby dead inside that dumpster. And now Fox 13 investigative reporter Kayla Solomon explains there's been an arrest in this case.
This case became more complex and more heartbreaking today. We learned the mother who gave birth to that baby was herself only a child. The man arrested was 45 years old. Let's show you this surveillance video obtained by Fox 13 again, as we explain how this happened. The owner of a gas station on East Shelby Drive gave us this video. It showed a man go in front of the dumpster Monday morning, then off camera, he tried to open it. Once opened, he threw a trash bag inside. Today, this man, James Booth, was arrested on charges of abuse of a corpse. Police say Booth was taking that underage girl to the hospital when she gave birth. At this point, we don't know how or where the baby died, only that the newborn was dead when police got to the dumpster. Fox 13 learned that Booth works as a maintenance man at an apartment complex. Families who lived there were surprised to learn he was in their homes.
Did you recognize him right away?
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Even without a hat on. He had on his uniform.
Right now, Booth is charged only with abuse of a corpse, nothing to do with the baby's death. Since the mother is a minor and her identity is private, we do not know her relationship with Booth. We've also learned he has a long criminal history, including a 25-year prison sentence for second-degree murder. Kayla Solomon, Fox 13 Investigates.
You heard Kayla mention we do not know the circumstance of the baby's death, but we want to remind everyone about Tennessee's safe haven law that allows the mother of a newborn baby to surrender that baby at select fire stations and medical facilities all over the state. There are no questions asked. As long as that baby is not harmed, the mother will not face charges or any repercussions. We put a link to find those safe havens in this story on our Fox 13 News app.
Y'all, what the fuck? No words. Just no words. Jennifer says she's an outbound emergency room nurse. Is that what OB stands for? I hope it does. You'd be surprised how often this happens. We had a case like this in Houston recently. A teen mom threw her newborn in a dumpster behind a food truck. Yeah, this is bad. And then so this guy is 40, what they say, 45, 44, 45. They say that he was in at least a 3-year-long relationship with this 13-year-old. And y'all know, I don't like to blame, nobody, but I be saying, where are the parents, man? You got to, and I understand, with these phones and this and that, it's a little difficult, but 13-year-old, how does your 13-year-old mess with a 45-year-old man for 3 years, get pregnant and all of that? I just don't think that we could have got away with that in my family, in my house. My parents and my grandparents and my uncles and my aunts, they so far up your ass. I don't know if you could do that. And so, I don't want to, I don't know the situation. I don't know the parents, so I don't want to blame them, because the blame falls on that 45-year-old asshole. That's where the blame squarely falls on, as far as he had no business. And 13, so he was 43, she was 13. He gets her pregnant. Now they say the details kind of sketchy, but they say like somehow she had the baby at a hospital. I don't know, y'all. The details sketchy. Y'all got to look it up. I don't want to tell y'all the wrong, but when I read it, I didn't understand. I'm like, so they had it at the hospital. So the hospital let her leave, and then once they left, like after that, and they took the baby home, then he discarded the baby. And I'm like, her parents didn't see, like, none of this was weird, or I don't know, y'all, but that's just a sad story. Y'all, I'm gonna look at some of y'all comments on that one. Like I said, that just came through. I said I have to share this. I appreciate Libby for subscribing from the beginning. Libby, you are really a lifesaver. Everybody that subscribes is a lifesaver. There is a war on truth, and it is prevalent and everywhere we turn. So if we want to continue to hear the truth and we want to have a platform where our voice matters, unfortunately, the only way for us to really do it in these upcoming years is we got to support our own. Because this administration and they are trying to lock down. They want to have control of the narrative again. And they're doing whatever they can to do that. For example, they banned me on TikTok. I never had a strike. I had a clean account, and I post the same thing on every platform. I've never had a problem, and I didn't incite a riot. I didn't do anything. Just me asking questions that they don't want asked. But see, the difference is with me, I don't trust nobody, so I built up all my platforms. I knew TikTok once they got banned, and now they got to bow down to Trump and his administration. I already knew it was going to get weird. So I prepared for that. A lot of people don't, a lot of people ain't able to prepare or see what's the writing on the wall, and they just snatch people's whole work they put in. They just snatch it away, and ain't nothing you could do about it. So if you've been following me from day one, before this madness even started, I told y'all, if we want to, and it's not just me, anybody y'all follow who gives y'all the truth, please subscribe, because that's the only way we're going to continue to let the truth live on. Because if we don't subscribe, if we don't support our fellow truth tellers, we won't have them. And that's what this new administration and just the new system in general. And I'm not even going to just say the new administration, because Biden was going just as hard as banning free speech as, anybody else. So it's just the system in general is designed. They're trying to get a hold of the narrative back. But the only way we can stop that is if we subscribe. So even my podcasts that I tune into that give me my truth, I subscribe. I do the super chats. I give money. I'd rather pay money to my people giving me the truth than to Netflix. I'd rather pay them than pay fucking Amazon Prime. I mean, not Amazon Prime, but all that TV, all them different little TV apps. If I had to choose, I'm spending my money or donating my money to the truth tellers, because I understand. And just like I always tell y'all something, watch 6 months from now. Watch the war on truth 6 months from now. You're going to see what I'm saying. But by then, we're going to already have our community going to be well established, as it already is, but it'll be even more established by then, and we ain't going to have nothing to worry about. But people who won't see the writing on the wall, it's going to catch them off guard. You got stories like this where we got guys 30, 40 years older than a 13-year-old getting them pregnant and sending and throwing the baby in the trash. We got people like Diddy just running amok on every woman, man, and child his whole life and getting away with it because he got money. We got all this stuff going on. We got these lies about the Black Hawk. We got Luigi Maggioni, who is being basically stood up for everybody as far as how people look at it, because the healthcare industry has been getting over on us for decades and decades and decades and decades. And now when Luigi, his Luigi story got everybody looking at healthcare crazy, they trying to silence us. That's what I was talking about on TikTok. I was just talking about Luigi Maggioni, and we need to pay attention to this case and don't let them bury the case. They banned me for that. So I don't have to tell you, just pay attention. They don't want us asking questions. They don't want us knowing what the hell going on. So I appreciate everybody who subscribes. as you can see, all my number one subscribers know I'm gonna put the work in. So all y'all got to do is support. I'm gonna put the work in. I started off with no podcast. Y'all wanted a podcast. Now I got 2 shows. I will be crossing 100,000 downloads on the podcast this month. Probably the beginning of next month, later this month, I will cross 100,000 downloads. I started off with 1 show on YouTube. We got 2 shows. We got a breakfast and a lunch now. So you don't gotta worry about what I'm gonna do. Y'all just play y'all part. I'm gonna go hard. I will be the voice. As a matter of fact, the noon lunchtime show is gonna be y'all. If y'all want to come on and say something, I'm gonna do it more like talk show style. So like, say like how y'all in the chat or whatever. If you are a subscriber, once we get into the story at the end of the show, I will let some people up to say what they want to say about whatever story we're talking about. Or if you just want to say something about, and say something about me or whatever you want to say, just picture it like they used to do in the talk shows back in the day. So that's going to be the noon show every day at noon, the lunchtime show. We will have the link and you will be able to come on. So for example, if this was the lunchtime show right now, I would say, hey, if Libby wanted to say something, I would bring you up, Libby. You just be on audio and you can say whatever you want to say about Mohawk, Diddy, or Jay-Z, or the Blake Lively situation, anything. So that's the goal for the lunchtime show. I make it way more laid back, and it's just a ball to play. It's a fun. So Spotify and Apple, I appreciate y'all for listening in. YouTube as well. Catch me tomorrow, be Thursday. It's gonna be a little hectic tomorrow because I got to do TMZ and both shows. So I'm gonna make it work, but it's kind of like it all goes on at the same time, but I'll make it work. So appreciate everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast through Buzzsprout. I love y'all. And as always, I'm out. Another one wrapped up. The breakfast crew is in full effect. What's up, y'all? Tap say what's up in the chat before I get out of here, so I can say who hung in there. Amy, what's up? Shauna, yeah, I'm a busy man. Definitely. So I appreciate y'all. Like I said, look forward to if you can catch me at the lunchtime show, 12 noon. We're gonna talk about whatever the hell. And I appreciate y'all. Share this live, like this live, blow this up, y'all. Let's blow this YouTube channel up just like we blew the TikTok up, we blew Facebook up, we blew Instagram up, we blew Apple and Spotify up. Now we got to blow YouTube up. So make sure y'all share this out. Tell your friends to join us. We want to have the number one show on here, just like we got the number one show on Apple and Spotify, bringing the truth on the independent side. And so Jennifer, Libby, Shauna, I will see everybody later. Boat Right, I appreciate you. Anybody I missed, it's just because I'm blind and I really can't see that well from a distance, and I'm looking at the words so kind of small. But I love y'all all. Continue to share this. Let's keep doing our thing. I'm out.